Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, here we go.
Looking to pass first play is Prescott. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Prescott. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Now the first carry here for the running back. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. He finds his man complete. That's Ballard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Operating from the gun, Pugh. He finds his man complete. That's Ballard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 90 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Here's James. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Into space at the 45. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On the ground, it's James. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pugh. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Pugh. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go!
To throw is Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pugh. And he's got Pierce. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Pugh. His pass caught at the 4. Will go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bucs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Yeah.
Here's Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, here we go.
Now Prescott connects with Kittle underneath. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Yeah.
Right back to him on 1st down. Pushing his way inside the 40. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, here we go. What is it?
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Prescott fires one out wide, complete.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They run it with James. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg. Pugh.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. James. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Pugh. And his throw here's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Back to throw. Pugh.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. They run the counter. It's James. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Off play action. Pugh. He'll buy some time right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Bucs have taken the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Throwing. Prescott. Oh, he shifts past him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Up the middle they go. Watkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going up top. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's Prescott.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Legate.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Prescott to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The Bucs offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because
the Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now a handoff up the middle. It's James. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 3rd down, James. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pugh. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Escaping a tackler at the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Throwing to start the drive. Pugh. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Tampa Bay.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Has his man. That's James. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake. Pugh. That is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Pugh. And this throw incomplete. I mean,
defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
This from 32 yards away.
The kick by Bass is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Here's Moore on the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Pugh. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Operating from the gun. Pugh. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ballard. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. Operating from the gun. Pugh. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ballard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
He continues to be a thorn in the side of this defense. That last catch going to put him over 200 yards receiving now for the ball game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bucs have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Prescott now.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Yeah, here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looking to throw. Prescott.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Prescott. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Trey Palmer from 4 yards out. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Pugh.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide eight. Here we go. Go to 53.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott.
That one complete to Leggett.
Breaks through the... Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, good move. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Yeah!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's taken in by Palmer.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Prescott yet again.
Here's Tony on the quick slant.
Quick slant there gets him the 1st down. 6 yards on the play.
Yeah! Here we go!
Here's Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Yeah!
Prescott to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now. Go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, it's James. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the 1st. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? What do you think?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.